secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed here. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it here. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a law threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt, they try to bring me down. See me winning, you ain't like me then.
Yo, what's going on, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite old head, Uncle Demi, and today I'm going to be answering the why to a lot of the questions that y'all have about the badge setup and the attribute ratings that you see me do within my videos. So I get a lot of questions, and at first I was just thinking like, dude, like, it's common sense. Like, why you keep asking this? But genuinely, y'all ask because y'all really don't know. It's not on no troll stuff. I generally don't understand. Now, a lot of the data that I get, I want to be completely transparent with you. I get a lot of my data from 2K Labs, right? I pay the premium. I see the results and the data that they get. Also, I see look at 2K Toots videos. I respect those data points. And then what I do is I turn around and then I say, okay, cool. So this is how I need to make my build, right? So with that being said, today I want to talk about the do's and don'ts of the Max Plus 2. What you should use your Max Plus 2 or your Plus 1 on, and what you shouldn't, based upon the data that I have. Now, again, this is a new season, so I'm not able to truly show you the full lineup of the Max Plus 2s and all that type stuff, but I want to break it down as much as I can, okay? So let's just talk about, from the get-go. Like, if you look at my attributes here, and I'm gonna go through a couple builds, you see I have a 94 driving dunk, and you see I do not have a Max Plus 2 on my posterizer or a Max Plus 1 or anything like that, because right now, currently, posterizer is not affecting anything. So if you use a Max Plus 2 on this, you're just wasting a Max Plus 2, because the posterizer badge itself is not impacting the green window, the dunk meter, or anything at all. It's the actual rating, which in theory, I always believe the rating should hold more weight than the badge. But in this case, the badge is holding no weight at all, and the rating is doing it all by itself. So what that said is, I just go ahead and get my driving dunk up to what contact dunks I want. So you can go as high as you want on your posterizer, get a 99, that's perfectly fine, but don't use your Max Plus 1, Max Plus 2 on that. The same thing will go for if you're trying to get glove, all right? You don't need to be using a Max Plus 2 or Max Plus 1 on that, because on-ball stills aren't good at all. If you have a high rating, that's perfectly fine. Let that rating be the rating, but don't waste it on glove, right? What you do want to waste it on as a lockdown is you want to waste it on interceptor, right? If you want to get interceptor as high as you can, do that, because the badge does affect interceptor, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down what you see here, and I'm going to quickly tell you if there's an impact, if it isn't an impact based upon the badge. Ankle assassin, yes, you want to go ahead, use a Max Plus 1 and Max Plus 2 on that if you want to. Deadeye, yes, Max Plus 1, Max Plus 2 if you want to. Interceptor, yes. On-ball menace, definitely, yes. Right? Posterizer, no. Shifty shooter, yes. Versatile visionary, no. You don't want to do that. It's not as big as you think it would be. Bailout, yes. Glove, no. Lightning launch, no. Right? Now, a lot of y'all are going to think that, okay, the difference that you're going to see by, for instance, let's say if you only have a 75 speed with ball and then use a Max Plus 2 to get it to Hall of Fame, you're not going to see the effect. Your rating itself is going to hold more weight than that badge. So that's the reason why you want to do that. You already know I got a Max Plus 2 on this. Yes, physical finisher is really good when it comes to that. Rebound chaser, yes. Strong handles, no. Do not use anything on strong handles. Does not have much of an impact. All right, I know a lot of y'all get joke with me all the time when I say nutmeg, and I say nutmeg, but y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. That used to be overpowered. It's not relevant anymore. Unpluckable, no. Why the hell would y'all do that? Glove doesn't work this year, right? So you see me, I've been having unpluckable all year. I never put anything in it. Don't do that. It's a waste. I'm telling you, you're wasting it. Use it somewhere else. Set shot specialist, of course, yes. Pick dodger, yes. Limitless range, yes. Handles for days, no. And I find it so funny. a lot of y'all in the comment section are saying like, oh, Unc, you're like you're tripping. Handles for days does, it really does work, this and that. Okay, fine, it works. Okay, whoop-de-doo. But what I'm telling you is that in 2K22, handles for days, you needed it, right? I'm talking about everybody was going small trying to get handles for days on Hall of Fame. Everybody was trying to do it. This year, you can have silver and you can still ISO, dribble around, do what you want. What I'm telling you is that do not be wasting it. Don't be wasting your handles for days and trying to use a max plus 2 on that. Use your max plus 2 on limitless range. Challenger, yes. Definitely yes. Okay? Aerial Wizard, no. Why the hell would you even think that it was a good idea to max plus 2 this or max plus 1 the Aerial Wizard? Doesn't make any sense. Brick Wall, yes. You always want to try to, as a center, get this to gold, get it to Hall of Fame. What I will say though, if you're a smaller guard and you're trying to use Brick Wall, doesn't make any sense. Smaller build doesn't make any sense. But if your job is to set screens, always try to go for gold. High Flying Denier, yes, obviously, right? That's a really good one. The max plus 2 that. Off-ball pest, yes. Off-ball pest is another good one. Pogo Stick, yes. That's another good one. Immove Enforcer, yes. All right. Dimer, yes. Box Out Beast, no. Strength has more to do with this than your Box Out Beast does. So what I'm saying is that if you have a high strength, that's good. But someone like me that doesn't have a high strength, why the hell would I use a max plus 2 on this to get it a gold? It's not going to be as effective. The strength is going to be more important. And again, if you don't believe the things that I'm saying, these data points, just take a look at 2K Labs or 2K2. They will show you exactly what's going on. So what I do is I condense both of those two channels. And then when I make my builds, I spill that information to y'all. I don't give you all the data points because if you want to see that stuff, the real data points, go to their channels. I'm not about to steal everything from their channel and just pour it all on mine. No, I just give you the stuff I see so I can give you an educated template of what to do and don't when it comes to making your build. Break starter. All right, this is going to be your passing rating needs to be high. If you do not have, if like 87 pass accuracy will give you break starter, right? Now, if you're somebody that has like a 70, whatever it is to get bronze, I think it's like 70 with 65 pass accuracy. If you have a 65 pass accuracy and you max plus 2 that the gold break starter, please don't expect it to be a good pass, right? So understand, I think some of y'all have to understand the rating holds a lot of weight with some of these, okay? And if you don't have the rating, you're tripping. All right, float game, yes. All right, float game, added. The badges are really doing well at that. Layup mix master, hell yeah. All right, slippery off ball, it's a specialization thing here. I would not recommend at all ever max plus 2ing this or max plus 1ing this unless you literally, your whole game is centered on zigzagging back and forth. Like remember how it was in the twos court? If you're still one of those type players, then yes, I highly recommend doing that, okay? So hopefully that brings in some insight. I know I went through really fast with it, but I just want you to understand that ratings play a very important part in 2K26. So if you don't have the ratings, don't try to think that a max plus 2 of the badges is going to really help it out, all right? Understand they work hand in hand. The only thing I know for a fact that's not working is posterizer. But contact dunks this year has just been absolutely atrocious. It's an embarrassment. It needs to be fixed with the consistency. But outside of the posterizer badge, there hasn't been any data that came out and said this badge does not work. But the effectiveness of the badge will work if it is if the correlation of the rating itself works. Like I said, if you have a 65 pass accuracy and you max plus 2 with the gold break starter, do not expect that to be good. Like, hello, right? But on the flip side, if you have an 85 pass accuracy, right, because that's what it takes to get bronze, and then you max plus 2 it to get to gold, then guess what? Yes, that's going to be effective. You have a decent foundation of pass accuracy already, so that max plus 2 will work, right? Glove, on-ball steals are not as effective. So for me, if you have a 67 glove on bronze, and you max plus 2 that to gold, you're tripping. Like, why would you do that, right? So hopefully this is making sense. Hopefully you're picking up what I'm putting down. Again, if you want more information, like more data, I highly recommend you just go to 2K Labs, 2K2, check out their channels. They have really good data. These guys and gals, they have all these modded controllers and do all the other stuff to really make it work. for me, I just love to make the build based upon the information I get. Also, you know, with the things I know from the dev team, the devs tell me a lot. So shout out to the 2K devs. They really give me a lot of information. If I have questions, they always answer them for me. You know what I mean? So again, a lot of information I have. And again, some of y'all are really big on placebo effect. Y'all already have your mind set up, and that's perfectly fine, right? Some of y'all will be like, bro, all I need is a 65 3-ball, dog. Like, you tripping. Like, we talking about you need 90. Like, hey, whatever. Listen, you believe what you want to believe, right? All I'm just doing is just regurgitating information that I'm giving, right? So, hopefully y'all appreciate the video. If y'all did, all I ask is just that y'all please just give me a like, subscribe to the channel, help our old head out. Other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Dimmy. I'll be back really soon with the banger, man. You know, when I say back soon with the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.